Hello friends, this is Roxanne, and today, I'm going to recap the 7th part of the anime called Blue Lock. Frustrated by Kyo-on's sudden betrayal, Isagi vows to get his revenge. Unfortunately for Isagi, Kyo-on leaked his weakness. Keisuke and Junichi guard Isagi, preventing him from passing the ball to his teammates. Since it's a 12 against 10, Team Z is at a disadvantage. Meanwhile, Junichi kicks the ball, attempting to score once more. If Team W scores another goal, Team Z would be behind by 2 points, making it more difficult for them to win. Isagi calls for Iman's help. Fortunately, Iman flicks the ball away from the net. The ball is now a loose ball with both teams chasing it. Seeing that Chigiri is near the ball, Isagi shouts Chigiri's name. Chigiri runs toward the ball. However, Keisuke catches up with Chigiri. Keisuke tells him that this day will mark the end of Chigiri's football journey. Chigiri, affected by Keisuke's words, remained glued on the floor. Raichi screams at Chigiri and tells him to defend. A flashback appears showing Chigiri, Keisuke, and Junichi's lives before entering Blue Lock. Keisuke and Junichi were apparently known as the double aces of Rijitsu Tech. Unlike Keisuke and Junichi, who are regulars, Chigiri is only a rookie. Chigiri tells the twins that he doesn't care about the twins' reputation or rank. Instead, he would much rather focus on making a name for himself. Chigiri then shows his excellent speed in football. Both Keisuke and Junichi are shocked to see how fast and precise Chigiri handles the ball. Because of Chigiri's speed, he became the school's top player soon enough. Chigiri also became famous because of his speed. He appears in some sports magazines and interviews. Chigiri replaced Keisuke and Junichi. Their coach believes that if Chigiri can pull through, the team can manage to win at the nationals. This angers the twins, seeing how they were easily ignored and discarded by their team. However, Chigiri could not care less. He believes that geniuses like himself are naturally superior. It is then revealed that Chigiri started playing football at the age of 6. Football became everything to him. He believes that given his talent, he was born to outshine others. With his legs, he can surpass anyone. With his weapon, he can become the world's best striker. Unfortunately, in the middle of a game, Chigiri suffered an injury. The doctor told him that he tore his ACL. Although the tear is not severe, injuring it again would further complicate things and stop him from playing football ever again. Because of his injury, Chigiri is now called the genius who fell at his school. He is also ridiculed by the Wanama brothers. After healing his injury, Chigiri joins the club. Afraid of complicating his injury, Chigiri plays at a much slower pace compared to before. Keisuke notices this and taunts him, suggesting that he is scared of breaking his leg if he goes too fast. On the contrary, Chigiri is not afraid of having another in his leg. Instead, he is fearful of losing football, which makes everything of him. This explains why Chigiri was looking for a reason to give up. Near to giving up, Isagi shouts at Chigiri to run, telling him and that the game is not yet over. The heated battle resumes, with the ball being stolen from one another. Successfully stealing the ball from Junichi, Kunigami and Raichi kicked the ball towards Imamura. With a score of 4-3, Team Z desperately tries to score another goal. Meanwhile, Isagi feels that they can't break through the opponent's defense. All of Team Z's weapons have been disarmed by Team W's defense. Kyo-on comes up to Isagi and tells him to give up already. With only 3 minutes left, Kyo-on tells him that they can't win. Frustrated that his teammates' weapons are not working, Isagi tries to pull through by himself. This caused a shock to Keisuke and his teammates since they believe that Isagi's only weapon is his spatial awareness. He drives the ball but fails when Junichi blocks him. Chigiri sees Isagi's reckless and extreme efforts. Isagi, however, doesn't see it that way. He believes that Team Z can still win. Iman, seeing Isagi's fighting spirit, calls his other teammates to support Isagi. Witnessing Team Z's desperate attempts, Chigiri believes that they should stop already. Keisuke ridicules them, telling them that, no matter what they do, they'll still lose. Isagi, seeing Chigiri lost in his thought, yells at him and tells him to focus on getting the ball. With Chigiri blocking the way to the goal, Isagi pushes him and shouts at him to move out of the way. This angers Chigiri. Chigiri realizes that Isagi was like him when he was younger. The young Chigiri believed that he can be the world's best striker. The young him who devoted his whole life to football. Realizing that, Chigiri asked himself why he has been so afraid and cautious all this time. Watching Isagi play so passionately, Chigiri seethes with envy and anger. Chigiri tells himself that it's enough. If he injures his legs once more, then so be it. This only means that he was not worthy. Letting go of all his fears, Chigiri will once again show the world who will be the world's best striker. Meanwhile, Isagi senses the goal of sent along Chigiri's direction. With Team Z behind by 1 point, Kunigami tells the team to score at least one more point to have a draw. Then, they can save their panic and concerns for their next match. Kunigami then tells Isagi to pass the ball to him since he can't win alone. However, Isagi believes he should not kick towards Kunigami. Instead, Isagi smells a goal coming from Chigiri and he passes to Chigiri. Isagi's pass confuses Team Z since no one is in there to receive it. Keisuke and Kyon laugh at Isagi for making a foolish mistake during a critical moment. On the contrary, Chigiri, running at full speed, catches up with the ball. Chigiri, passing Keisuke and Kyon, drives the ball towards the net. Being the fastest player in the field, no one can catch up with Chigiri and his speed. Isagi cheers for him to score. Meanwhile, Keisuke, desperate to stop Chigiri, pulls his body. However, Chigiri did not budge. Instead, he continued driving the ball. Chigiri is now just a few inches from the goalkeeper of Team W. Chigiri kicks the ball, hoping to become the world's best striker. While his legs haven't given up yet, he vows to continue following his dream. Fortunately, he successfully scored a goal. The match ends in a draw with a score of 4-4. Meanwhile, Isagi is shocked by watching Chigiri's weapon in action. The match between Team W and Team Z ends in a draw. Isagi calls Chigiri and tells him that he was incredible at the game. Chigiri then tells him that it was all Isagi's fault. Chigiri was seething while watching Isagi play so passionately. Chigiri admits to Isagi that he has been restraining himself out of fear of having another injury. Changed by the recent match, Chigiri will keep on running until his legs give up on him. Isagi then smiles at Chigiri's words and tells him that they'll fight together. Chigiri refuses, telling Isagi that he will be the world's best striker. After that, Team Z runs to Chigiri's side. Igaguri tells Chigiri that he feels relieved having a teammate with an excellent and reliable weapon. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Kyon is getting kicked and stepped on by Team W. Team W believes that Kyon hid information about Chigiri's weapon so that Team Z could win. Although this was not the case, Team W ignores Kyon's explanations. Keisuke, angry at Kyon, shouts that he'll get his revenge at him. To prevent any more violence, Isagi and Kunigami stop Keisuke. Meanwhile, to avoid any backlash from both Team W and Team Z, Kyon runs and escapes the playing field. After the match, Team Z is changing in their locker room. Narahaya remarks that he thought that there was no way Team Z could win since it was a 12-against-10 game. Igaguri then invites them to eat. While walking, they discuss their next match. Reichi tells them that they will challenge Team V next. The chances of winning are slim, considering that Team V has no losses yet. Gagamurao then wonders if they can beat the undefeated Team V with only 10 players. Narahaya then asks where Kyon is. In the 5th Stratum dining hall, Kyon is seen talking with 3 strangers. Apparently, Kyon is negotiating with the key players of Team V. Just like what he did with Team W, Kyon suggests leaking information about Team Z. In turn, Kyon will be allowed to score against Team V in their next match. Meanwhile, Team Z is frustrated and angered by Kyon's second betrayal. Kyon asks the 3 players if they find his proposal interesting. However, the 3 players rejects his offer. Zentetsu, one of the 3 players, tells him that doing so would mean losing his merit as a player. Continuing his explanation, Zentetsu uses several words inaccurately grammatically. Ryo tells Zentetsu to stop acting start and calls him dumb Zentetsu. Ryo then calls Kyon spineless and lame. Nagi joins the conversation. Nagi says to them that this meeting is annoying. He tells Ryo that he wants to leave already. Ryo leaves while giving Nagi a piggyback ride. Zentetsu follows the two. Desperate to survive the first selection, Kyon stops the three, telling them that he has more to say. Nagi snarks at Kyon, saying that those who can't win even after doing their best are weak and are just meant to lose. Nagi suggests quitting to Kyon. Isagi, hearing Nagi's insulting words, tells him to not mock those devoted to playing football. Seeing an unfamiliar face, Ryo then asks who Isagi is. Along with his team, Isagi introduces himself and vows to win against Team V. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 8. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.